Hello everyone, my name is Federico Tozzi. I'm the Executive Director of the Italy America Chamber of Commerce. I would like to thank all of you for being with us today. It's a very different kickoff party compared to what we did last year. But nevertheless, we are still here. We are still here to tell you what we have planned for you in 2021 and also to remind you what we have done in 2020. Before we start our presentation, a few information about this place. We are in a beautiful showroom. We are at the Polyform showroom. It's a member of the IACC, so we are particularly grateful to them for giving us the space and for giving us the opportunity to speak in a better place than our office. Few other things. You can see Alberto and I were not wearing a mask, but we have been tested. We test people regularly in our office, so we are doing this with safety, and we feel that in this way we are closer to you in this particular day. We are going to structure this presentation in two parts. We're going to have the first part in which we will tell you what we have done in 2020 and what we are planning in 2021. It will be a dialogue between me and Alberto, and after that you will be placed in a virtual Zoom room, and you will have the opportunity to interact directly with us, me, Alberto, Siena, Alice, and also with the other members that are participating and joining us in this event. 2020 has been a particularly challenging year for us, but the Chamber has done more than 70 events last year. So I'm proud to be in front of you and to say that, because we have been probably one of the few organizations that has been able to switch to totally virtual programming in a very effective way. What we have done, we organized seminars and webinars to be closer to you, to give you information about what was happening. We have opened a direct communication channel and support with the Small Business Administration. We've helped a lot of members in obtaining funding and getting information on how to get the maximum percentage of those funds be forgiven. We have also given them information on how to deal with this pandemic and how to be more effective with the organization of the workforce, how to strengthen their IT infrastructure, but also we had come up with new events, and I'm gonna let later Alberto talking about that because they are part of a major effort that the Chamber will do in 2021 to go digital. We have done 3 thought leadership events. We have done the International Specialty Food Summit with St. Joseph University. It was done in June remotely and virtually. We also had a 6th CEO talk in summit in June. And we have done a lot of events, networking events, virtual networking events with our sister chamber, the Binational Chamber of Commerce, and also with our other Italian Chamber of Commerce in United States. Some of you might remember the Ripple. We did 3 editions of that. We have also done one called the Vitality that we are going to repeat in 2021. We also, we were open as an office. So since July the 1st, we've been open, and we've been offering periodically open office session to be closer to you and to give you the opportunity to talk to us directly. And also we have been receiving members when they asked for us by appointment in our office. We hope that you have recognized our effort during this time. We, of course, some of our events and program were not, we did not carry them on simply because we couldn't. As you know, there was a travel ban in place, so our J1 visa program was stopped at the end of February, and it's still, we are still not able to issue a visa because of the travel ban. We hope that this will be lifted soon. Other initiatives such as the Erasmus for young entrepreneurs, it's also been in pause because of the travel ban as well. And we hope that we can resume those programs as soon as possible. The good news is that the European Union has awarded us the second edition of the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, which I remind you is an exchange program between young entrepreneurs from Europe that are hosted in United States. Now I would like to give the floor to Alberto, because he has been instrumental in guiding the chamber through our digital revolution, and also I would like to thank him personally for all his support that he has given us together with other board members during this year. Thank you, Alberto.
Thank you, Federico. Thank you for being here today. I believe that, as usual, the Italian American Chamber of Commerce goes to back to the basic of what needs to be done. When we started with nobody had some sort of a playbook how to deal with what we were dealing, but all of us went through previous crises in our life. Fortunately, on a personal point of view and a professional point of view, so we know how to deal with that. And there are maybe 3-4 major values that we should be focused on. First one is related to social distance. And of course, as you know very well, anybody who had a business model that was based on social vicinity at this point obviously had a problem. Had a problem not because of the crisis, had a problem because it couldn't function anymore in the way that it was supposed to function. So some of us were able to transfer it into a virtual vicinity with the client. Some other, like a restaurant, had obviously more difficulty in that particular case. The second part was related to liquidity. Cash liquidity was an issue for all of our membership, and so we came back with, as soon as we could, as Federico said, giving you all the best tools available in the marketplace to have support for federal and government in the United States, including for ourselves, for the Italian American Chamber of Commerce. We did so with the help of the banks, of course, with the CPAs in our community, but also with the SBA that were able to give us in a very short period of time, I should say probably after 2 or 3 weeks of general confusion about how to act, were able to give a precise direction how to face it. And also the same kind of guidance you will be given when will be the time to ask for forgiveness, which obviously at the end of this month most likely will have additional information how to make it in an easier way to apply for all of us. The third part that was related to supply chain, which is affecting our life, moving not only people, as Federico said, but merchandise from point A to point B is becoming more difficult. And therefore, even in that case, some sort of a new business case, a new business model is required. And last but not least, is related to how quick we could have an acceleration toward a better future, let's put it in this way. Last week we discussed about, during Luxury Summit 2021, we discussed about how quick the recovery could come, at least in luxury. The good news is that it will take a while, but when it will be back, it will be back much stronger than what we had in 2019. But until 2012, the second part of 2012, nobody sees major changes. And mind you, this is not related to how quick we could have the logistics related to vaccines, but these are related to how to go back to business and how to react with the consumer confidence of a new business environment. So what we should do meanwhile, we should stay home and crying? Of course not. I was talking to the other day with a Broadway show producer, and he was telling me, Alberto, by the time that you put together a great show and you get to Broadway as a theater, usually it takes about between 4 and 5 years. So obviously, if you start today talking about let's do a new show at Broadway, maybe it's not the right time. But if you don't do anything, you just wait for better times. When the time will come, you won't be ready, and therefore you're going to lose time. So our approach has been since the beginning with everybody, and I have to say that our team, Federico, Alice, and Siena, were great from the beginning in jumping to what we're going to do. We have to do something. Let's move on. Let's invest in technology for the time being, and I think that technology will be our way out of it, but also a way to become more efficient in the future. So you shouldn't wait until times are getting better to become a part of what is being called technological revolution, because it is what needs to be done. So you will have a support from the Chamber of Commerce, but also being part of the Chamber of Commerce, you will be part of a stronger network. I just want to give you a very short example of what I mean by that. Unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember when we didn't have a website at all, and at that time was a complete revolution. So until the point that you had people that were saying, well, maybe a website is not for me, maybe I don't need it in my business, and then we passed to second phases that were, well, I'm gonna ask to a friend of mine who has a young guy who knows about technology that they will help me for a website. And then we got to the third phase, in which if you didn't have a website, you didn't exist. And now we have the same kind of revolution is taking place right now. Is far beyond social media. Is the need of becoming a strong platform where you put the core values that are strong in your community. And we're sitting in a great example of Italian design in a neighborhood in New York where everybody has a great showroom. This is what we have. We have to find a way to sell it, leveraging our community and leveraging our core values, and of course with technology. So we will, Federico already talked about a few things that we did in 2021. We will keep going for it. You will have a possibility as a member to do what we're doing today. Presenting your company, your new products on a visual point of view, on a digital point of view, on a social media campaign, and we're here to help you and to support it with the best professional level in the city at a very competitive price. The second part that will be introduced at the end of the month, it will be our platform owned by the Chamber of Commerce that is going to be named. It's already named Piazza Italia Market, where you will have the possibility of creating your own personalized showroom. You will be present 365 days a year as a company in the United States. You will be able to overcome supply chain, logistic, samples, interaction with the clients, major event up to 500 people, or small events as a B2B approach organized within your own space. I don't want to give out too much information about it, Federico, but we will do something dedicated to. But it's a great opportunity to have a personalized space, and I think that all of you should take advantage of it. I will, as a company, as Alberto Milani as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Alberto. I think it's also, part of our effort here is to, as you mentioned before, to give you as a member a stronger digital presence. So the chamber will launch a coordinated social media campaign. We already have a pretty high number of contacts on our social media channel, and we are planning, as Alberto said, to use those channels to also give you visibility, especially because some of you might not have the resources or the knowledge that will allow them to take advantage effectively of these channels. So that's another thing that we are going to focus on it. Alberto, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Cutting Edge Conversation series? Because this was your idea. So
I believe that one thing that obviously we mentioned at the beginning about networking, and for obvious reason, networking because of the social distance was very difficult, and we, especially on the beginning, we all of us got bombarded by webinar or any form of digital connection, and that took me two levels of comments. One was technology has to be good, the quality of the interaction is to be good. Now we here with professional people. You see the quality of what we're doing, the quality of the message, the quality of the background, the quality of the lights is how it should be. And of course, I can do it from my living room. I can do it from my basement, and Federico can do the same. But it's not acceptable anymore. Sound checking is important. Anything that is related to technology has to be better. And the second one is the message that has to go through. And I said to Federico, well, let's talk to somebody who is navigating properly during the crisis. We came out with a strong representation of restaurants. In my case, was David Oldani, who after we got the interview with me, received the second Michelin stars in Milan, and I was curious to see how a two-star chef was navigating into what he was experiencing. So he was basically in the worst possible business at the time. For social distance, it was in the worst business case possible in terms of vicinity with the client. It was in the worst possible place in terms of financial help, being in Italy, and nevertheless, he was able to navigate into a different kind of offer to the client, and he came out on top of it. It doesn't mean that obviously he didn't suffer like all of us, but it's important to look at what could be done tomorrow. So for Davide was in my opinion, a good experience in which I interviewed him in Italian, but it was once again on a very good level of technology and quality. English translation in a dedicated channels. So you'll have the Italian one, the English one, done by professional people with UN experience as well. So this is not anybody talking. Is somebody who is an example of Italian excellence, how to relate with. So that was an example. We're gonna keep doing that in the future, and maybe you could be one of them. Or you could suggest a CEO or an owner, an Italian owner of your company who wants to be interviewed by me, and of course we can agree on the questions, on the subject that he wants to discuss or she wants to discuss. I love to have a woman to start in 2021 with a better way to see things in life, like usually women have. And but I'm open to any kind of suggestion, or you could be one of them. And if you want to be interviewed by me, it not only will be translated automatically either in English or vice versa in Italian, but it will be streamlined in 81 countries. which is basically our network, which is the advantage of being digital right now, that you cross the board and you go everywhere there is an Italian American Chamber of Commerce in different countries as well.
Very well. So thank you, Alberto. And I think now we are ready to go to the breakout room. So we'll take a few minutes, but stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.
I was cut short. I just want to finish my sentence. So you need technology, you need quality of your message done through professional people, and you need access to the technology in a way that most likely your individual company cannot afford. So we will offer that kind of possibility through Piazza Italia Market, but also we offer the best competence in the United States and most likely in New York City. So whoever is part of the Chamber of Commerce is considered to be Italian excellence. So I know that if I have a problem on the legal point of view and I turn into Nick, he will be able to give me the best service available at the best price available. I know if I need to have expertise in any other legal aspect, I have other sources of where to go to. But I also know that those people are representing the strength of the Chamber of Commerce. So the Chamber of Commerce is the strength of the Chamber of Commerce is a combination of everybody's strengths. So and nobody has that. Nobody has it. So we have about 1,300 companies representing the best of Italy, and not only Italy, because we have very North American rooted company in our membership, but they are the best. So you have to leverage that, coming to us and networking within our own membership, searching for the best and asking us to suggest you the best solution for your own approach. So none of us could be stronger than the entire community of the Italian American Chamber of Commerce. None of us. And I tell you this, being in very strong contact with one of the largest companies in the United States, with Warren Buffett. So I don't feel strong enough by myself. Most likely it will be the same for you all. So we're always available for you. I leave it to Federico, and I apologize with my group, but obviously you can reach out to me directly and we can continue the conversation.
Yeah, no, thank you, Alberto. I also was cut short from my group as well, but this is just an opportunity for us to introduce ourselves. So as I said, please feel free to reach out to all of us via email, and Alice will also share the list of people that are participating today, so you may have directly their contact info and also in that way reach out to them as well. So if I understand correctly now, Alice, we're gonna go back for the second breakout session. All right. So
it's gonna be with the same room.
No, different people. I think in the same room.
Nick, I'm sorry that I talk to you next week. All right.
All right.
I love you.
Okay, we are back. This time is just to say to all of you, thank you for coming, and we hope that this event was interesting, and we hope to see you soon.
Grazie a tutti. Thank you for being here from our beautiful space at Polyform. Design and clean lines in design hopefully will help all of us to have more clarity going forward. So please join us next time. Reach out to us, and we're going to be answering to all of you within 24 hours. This is mandatory as a customer service in our company. All right? Thank you, and have a nice evening. Grazie Federico.
Grazie Alberto. Bye bye.
Bye.